Okay, this is then the second cooking video that I make. You wonder probably where's the first one? For your information, I fucked that one up, so that one you will never see. We're going to make a mushroom soup, fresh mushrooms. For this we use onions, garlic, bay leaves, nutmeg, pepper and of course mushrooms. First we're going to fry the onions golden brown. Make sure that we get all the flavors out, and for this we use some nice butter because this is a vegetarian soup, so we don't have any of the flavors of meat or chicken, so we need to compensate that with something else to get the right flavors. Make sure that the butter is hot, that doesn't color, because we don't want to have a brown soup. Put all the onions with the butter, and we're going to fry them now until they start to get a nice color and they get nicely glazed. In the meantime we cut the garlic with it and make it ready to be added with it to the onions. Hoppa! I already cut the mushrooms and you see that the onions start to color, and that's the right time to add the mushrooms with it to the onions. And it will take some time before the mushrooms start getting a color, because before that first a lot of the juices has to evaporate, but don't worry, the juices will evaporate but the flavors stay behind, and that's exactly what we want. So don't try to rush it, just let it go, and we will have a look further when the mushrooms are nicely cooked. And as you can see now, the mushrooms are reduced to about 1/3. And what we have left is one big pot with awesomeness, and we're going now to add the binding agent, and that is flour, because after all it's a creamy soup. So we put about 2 soup spoons of flour, and now we have a very important thing that we need to do. We have to make sure that the flour gets cooked. If you don't do that, then the soup will get the flavor of flour, and it's like you eat raw, uncooked flour. Make sure you keep it from the bottom. Most of the time when it starts sticking to the bottom, then it's cooked. Now, once the flour is cooked, we're going to add, in this case, water. You can also use vegetable bouillon, but there's a golden rule that when you have a hot binding agent, then you use a cold liquid to start the process. If you do hot on hot or cold on cold, then likely you get lumps that you cannot get out anymore. You see, it starts already to get thicker. Now we continue adding water until we get the right consistency. We let it get to boil, because when it gets to boil we get the maximum of binding that we want. So always let it boil, and then you know if you have to add more liquid, yes or no. Because also here's the golden rule, you know, it's hard to say how much flour you have to add. It depends which country you are, what quality of flour you use. One binds more than the other. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more liquid to it, because I want this soup to continue cooking for at least another half an hour, so that all these awesome flavors will form a marriage with it, you know, that will drive you nuts. It's now time to add the bay leaves and some nutmeg, yeah, to enrich the flavors. Never use too much nutmeg. It has to blend in and it mustn't be too dominant. But again, there the golden rules is, you know, we never argue about taste, because one likes this, the other one likes that. Let it boil. Okay, on our mushroom soup is ready now. We have now a very nice pot with awesomeness, with it really well filled mushroom soup. The only thing you have to finish according to taste is to add salt. Fantastic soup. Make some baguette, put some olive oil on and some garlic, put it in the oven, eat it next to it. It's a winner.